All right, so like imagine this, right? You're all set, you've got your best suit ready, about to walk into this huge GE interview for that public administrator job you've been eyeing. You know, the kind of job that lets you actually make a real difference. But how do you get that across? How do you show them your passion and your skills when the pressure is on? That's what we're diving into today.
Sounds pretty intense.
Definitely high stakes. So we're breaking down this YouTube video from How to Become. They say they've got the inside scoop on acing these public administrator interviews.
I'm always a bit skeptical of these kind of insider guides. Things change so fast, even advice from a year ago might be outdated.
So true. And they go straight for the jugular, starting with the dreaded, tell me about yourself. You know, that question that can either make or break you.
Oh, absolutely. It's a classic trap. People think it's just about summarizing their resume, but it's got to be way more targeted than that.
And the video really stresses using the exact language from the job description. Like, if they want a strategic thinker who's got strong interpersonal skills, guess what words you should be using?
It's like you're speaking their language, showing you get what they need. But here's the thing. It's not just about throwing keywords around. They want examples.
Show, don't tell. So instead of saying, I'm a great communicator, give them something concrete, like, in my last role, I led these cross-departmental meetings, and being clear and concise, that was essential too.
Exactly. And did you notice how that focuses on the impact? Like, what happened because you were a good communicator? Did things get solved? Did things get done faster? That's what they really want to hear.
It's not just you they're hiring, it's the results you bring. Huh? No, they actually give a sample answer in the videos for this question.
Oh, yeah, I
No, I know canned response is right. But this one is interesting because it kind of hints at how the whole hiring vibe is changing, especially in public service.
It's all about passion now. They're not just looking for someone who can do the job, but someone who really cares about why they're doing it. And honestly, that's huge for preventing burnout, which we know is a big problem.
They want that fire in your belly, that genuine desire to serve the public.
Which you can't fake. You got to be real. You got to be yourself in the interview. That's what they emphasize.
Be genuine, be passionate, love what you do.
Oh.
Okay, let's switch gears from the personal stuff to something a bit trickier. The video then tackles another classic question. What does good governance mean to you?
Ah, yes. The question designed to make you freeze up. It's so easy to get lost in the jargon.
And I was kind of surprised because they didn't do that. They could have thrown the textbook at us, but instead they boil it down to three things: accountability, transparency, equity.
And they didn't just define them, they made them real. Like accountability, someone's got to own up when things go wrong. Transparency, no more shady backroom deals. And equity, everyone in the community deserves fairness. Simple as that. And it's about more than just saying the right words, you know? It's got to be ingrained in everything you do.
Walking the walk, not just talking the talk. They even suggest, like thinking back on your own experiences, how you've actually lived those principles out in your work.
Right, like maybe you helped set up a system for tracking spending so everything's out in the open, more transparency for the public right there.
Or fought for a policy that made city services more accessible.
Exactly. Connecting those dots between what you believe in and what you actually do, that's powerful. Okay, ready for a question we can all relate to?
Hit me with it.
How do you handle pressure in stressful situations? Bet that one gets the heart rate up, huh?
Every time. I mean, who isn't at least a little stressed by that question?
It's the ultimate test, right. But honestly, I don't think they want someone who says they just thrive on chaos.
Yeah, no one's buying that.
The video actually says it's more about having systems, you know, showing you can manage stress, not pretending it doesn't exist.
So being real about it, because let's face it, public service, that's pressure cooker central sometimes.
For sure. So talk about how you stay organized, prioritize, and this is important, when to ask for help.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah.
They actually emphasize that collaboration, not trying to be a hero.
Which I love. It's that whole we're in this together mentality that's so essential.
Totally. Sometimes the best way to serve the public is knowing when you need your team to back you up. All right, here's where things get interesting. They remind us this whole interview thing, it's a two-way street.
You're interviewing them too, right? It's about figuring out if it's the right fit for you.
And I appreciate that they make that point.
Yeah.
Because it shows you're not just desperate for any job, you're looking for the right opportunity, the place where you can really make that difference we were talking about earlier.
Plus, asking good questions. Shows you're engaged, curious, already thinking ahead.
It's like saying, hey, I'm not just here for a paycheck. I want to learn and grow and be a part of something bigger.
Now that's a message that resonates.
Absolutely. Although, they kind of tease us here. They mention having specific questions ready, but don't actually give any in this video.
A little frustrating, right? But also kind of smart. Makes you go do your own digging, tailor your questions to that specific job and organization.
Which, let's be real, that level of prep, it speaks volumes.
For sure. Shows you're serious about this whole public service thing.
It's like they're giving you a little nudge saying, all right, we've given you the tools, now go out there and use them.
Exactly.
Which, speaking of tools, brings us to another thing that's huge EE for public administrators. Adaptability.
Oh, tell me about it. The public sector, it's like this constantly moving target.
Right. New problems pop up every day, policies change, budgets get slashed. You got to be ready for anything.
It's like that saying, the only constant is change.
Truth. And they have this great example in the video about, like, imagine having to make a tough call with barely any information and everyone wants something different.
Oh, yeah, the classic no-win scenario. Every public administrator's been there.
Totally. And the point they make is it's less about always having the right answer and more about how you think on your feet.
Showing you've got a process, even when things are chaotic.
So, not pretending you've never messed up, because who hasn't, but talking about how you approach tough decisions, how you get info, who you talk to, weighing the options.
Exactly. That's what they want to see.
Because at the end of the day, it's about doing the best for the people you serve. And sometimes that means dealing with situations where there is no easy answer.
Absolutely. It's about integrity, good judgment, and just plain resilience, showing you can handle whatever comes your way.
So, to wrap things up here, it seems like acing these interviews, it's not about having some magical script.
Definitely not.
It's about showing your passion, your understanding of what really matters, and that ability to adapt to, well, pretty much anything.
And to keep learning and growing, showing them this isn't just a job for you, it's something you're committed to.
And like we talked about, it's not just what you say, it's how you say it.
Big time.
That confidence,
Yeah.
that genuine excitement about serving the public.
That makes all the difference.
Because that's something you can't fake. So to anyone out there gearing up for their interview, remember, be yourself, be prepared, and let that passion shine through.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
The world needs more folks who are fired up about making a difference. And on that note, we'll leave you with this. The video today, it was all about getting through the interview, but what about after you land the job?
Ooh, good question.
How do you deal with the day-to-day, the grind, and still stay true to what you believe in? Something to think about as you take on this whole public service adventure.